Nestled in the heart of the dense woods, Hollow Hill had always been an unsettling place. Its ominous silhouette seemed to beckon those who dared to venture near. As the sun dipped below the horizon, the hill took on an eerie aura, and locals whispered about its haunted history. One foggy autumn evening, Sarah, a curious young woman with a fascination for the paranormal, decided to explore Hollow Hill. Armed with a flashlight and her unyielding curiosity, she began her ascent. The path was overgrown, the air grew colder, and the sound of rustling leaves surrounded her. She reached the summit and found herself before an ancient oak tree, its branches twisting like gnarled fingers, reaching for the moon. Something compelled her to dig beneath its roots, and as her hands clawed at the earth, she unearthed an ornate wooden box, ornately carved with symbols she couldn't decipher. Curiosity got the better of her, and she pried open the box. Inside, she discovered a withered diary and a small, dusty mirror. Sarah opened the diary, its pages filled with disturbing tales of lost souls and mysterious disappearances. The mirror, though cracked, reflected her pale face back at her. She couldn't tear her gaze away. That night, as she slept, Sarah was plagued by horrific nightmares. She saw faces twisted in agony, hands clawing at her from the mirror's depths. She awoke with a start, her heart pounding. But it wasn't her room she was in. She was surrounded by the gnarled branches of the ancient oak. Sarah realized the diary had warned her about the mirror's malevolent power, but it was too late. She was trapped, her reflection stolen by cursed glass, destined to join the other tormented souls within. The old asylum sat atop a desolate hill, a decaying monument to a bygone era. It was a place whispered about in hushed tones, a place where the line between sanity and madness blurred. One moonless night, a group of friends decided to investigate the abandoned asylum. Armed with flashlights and their own bravado, they ventured inside, past the creaking doors and peeling wallpaper. The air was heavy with the scent of decay. As they explored, they heard faint whispers and the distant echoes of screams. Shadows danced in the corners of their vision, and the temperature dropped drastically. Panic set in, and they tried to leave, but the doors wouldn't budge. They pressed on, their flashlights revealing disturbing scenes of torture and despair. Patients' rooms were filled with crude drawings of twisted faces, and the walls bore witness to the torment they endured. The group's sense of dread deepened with every step. In the heart of the asylum, they discovered a padded cell with etchings on the walls, a desperate plea for release. Suddenly, a cold wind swept through the corridor, extinguishing their flashlights. In the darkness, they heard a chilling voice whisper, "You'll never leave." Their screams filled the asylum as they realized they were not alone. The tormented souls of the asylum had awakened, hungry for company. The friends were trapped, destined to join the ranks of the forgotten and the damned. In the small town of Blackwood, an eerie legend lingered. It told of the silent children, spectral figures who roamed the woods at night, their eyes hollow and their voices absent. One summer evening, a family moved to Blackwood, unaware of the town's grim history. The children, Sarah and David, soon made friends with the locals. As the days passed, they heard whispers of the silent children and decided to investigate. Venturing into the woods, they followed a faint melody, a mournful tune that seemed to beckon them deeper into the darkness. They came upon a dilapidated house, overgrown with ivy and its windows shattered. Inside, they discovered an ancient music box, its notes hauntingly beautiful. As they wound it, the music filled the air, and the room seemed to come alive with ghostly laughter. Suddenly, the silent children appeared, their faces twisted in anguish. Sarah and David tried to flee, but the children's spectral hands reached out and touched them. In an instant, their voices vanished, and their eyes grew hollow. They had become the newest members of the Silent Children, forever bound to the cursed music box, luring others into the woods to join their silent chorus. These stories will send shivers down your spine and make you question the boundaries between the living and the dead.